Okay, there we go. Looks like we're live. Right. Evening, everyone. Welcome back to the very tail end of Dragon Age Origins Awakening. We are going to finish up Awakening tonight and move on pretty quickly to Witch Hunt. Now, I'm in this weird dilemma space where, if I recall, Witch Hunt is only like 2.5 hours long. But you know how we are here. So we'll see. By my calculation, we have something in the realm of 4 hours of gameplay left in Dragon Age Origins. So if we go a little bit... I won't be above going a little bit late tonight. Even only a little bit, if it means we're going to finish. Or if it looks like we're nowhere close to being done, I'll drag it out a little bit. Hi, Kevin. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. All right. So, if we all recall, last week we just got through this probably terrible decision overall to defend the city of Amaranthine, or what was left of it, rather than defending it's a great little C.S. Lewis reference there. Lamppost in winter. Anyway, instead of defending our fortress, so there's a real possibility that our fortress has, Vigil's Keep has completely fallen in our absence, but we will see, I suppose. Hey, Kylie, good to see you too.
Surely the Maker himself sent you, Commander.
Welcome back. So like I said, we are on our way to the Lair of the Mother. Rendezvous with this strange Darkspawn, the architect that we keep encountering. And this brings up a very interesting question moving forward that we're gonna really have to consider and confront, which is about the purpose of the Grey Wardens. So the question arises, right, as to whether the purpose of Grey Wardens is to defeat Darkspawn or to defeat the Blights. Oh, jeez, really? Work. Because if it's, I'll say, if the purpose of the... So we have a point coming up here, right, where we're going to really have to decide between the two. I'm gonna give this away a little bit. I'm not gonna give away the details just yet because this is a major plot point. But we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to choose between potentially ending the Blights, but significantly empowering the Darkspawn, and preventing the Darkspawn from becoming significantly more powerful, but it'll mean that the Blights will continue eventually. Now, not immediately. It's not like we're having to decide about whether there's going to be a Blight next weekend or not, but we'll see. It's going to be a major consideration, and I think a lot of the decision comes down to whether the goal of the Wardens, the Grey Wardens, is whether the goal of the Grey Wardens is to stop and defeat the Darkspawn, or whether the goal is to defeat the Blights. I said before I lean a little bit towards stopping Darkspawn, but I kind of am thinking now that I think about it a little bit more, I'm thinking that it may be a little more about stopping the Blights. Or sorry, about stopping the Blights. The Warden Oaths are largely about fighting the blights and being vigilant and ready for a blight. Not so much about stopping the Darkspawn. The entire reason that the Grey Wardens would stop the Darkspawn is because in case a blight comes, then they would have to be prepared for that kind of encroachment. So this actually becomes a really significant concern, right? And we'll see what I mean by this, right? Why this is such a big deal. Is that a mage over there he's fighting? It is. A steal is magic. It's magic.
Yes.
Cool. Nice justice. Anyway, so a couple of things you guys are saying. I'll catch up with the chat here now that I'm out of combat for a moment. Ellie says, I'm pet sitting 4 doggos and taking care of a house. Very cool. Speaking of, when we do get to Dragon Age 2, and this will probably be next week, maybe the following week, probably next week, our character has a doggo to name. So we got to think of a good name for a Mabari. One of those big dogs like the warden had. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind, something to think about. Evan says, nice, I've done that a few times. Last time I had a dog anywhere near me for an extended period of time was dog sitting as well. But it was a little miniature dachshund puppy, so very different. That was a few years ago. I'm far more of a cat person than a dog person. Erica asks, does it die? The doggo in 2. I'm not going to say. You can look it up if you really want. It's spoiled, but I'm not going to say either way. Just know that basically everything that Hawk ever loves and cares for dies. I don't know if that applies to the dog or not. I'm not sure. Well, who knows, you know? Might not. Might, maybe not. It's a tough call. It's a uncertainty. You know? Name it Sable. I might. That's a good name for a doggo, anyway. Her, I suppose, in that case. Let's do another. How's this dragon doing? Oh, geez. Okay, now I definitely need to... Big Zappy. Doing okay here. Oh, well, doing okay, but... Great. Darn. Okay, we've got him. Anyway, so, oh, nice one, Justice. Seeing that, that's ridiculous. That was pretty awesome. All right, so Kylie asks, how did y'all do the Hurricane Elsa? I was at the house in pet sitting, making sure the doggos were getting anxious. I'll say what Erica said. So we were fine. Tornado went through town. We're on the border of. Apparently didn't even touch down. There was no damage. Otherwise, insert meme of lawn chair that has fallen over. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how it was. as a true Floridian would say, Hurricane Elsa or Tropical Storm Elsa, was it even a, no, it was a hurricane at some point, but Hurricane Elsa was a bit of a disappointment. Apparently, middle of the, like, late evening or so, it just kind of disintegrated. Like, the eye wall collapsed right off the coast of, like, Pinellas, Hillsborough County, that area. And then it just sort of just turned into a bunch of disorganized low-pressure storms. It was weird, but, you know, there was, like I said, there was like a half an hour's worth of really significant wind. Otherwise, it just rained for a day and a half, and that's not weird. It's not too crazy.
I think I can help with that.
A crystal. Deventer runes are engraved all over crystal. Cool. Alright, let's take it. Ellie says, I'm taking care of 3 older doggos, one of which is the tiny little long-haired dachshund, named Annie, who's a low-key my favorite. That's good that y'all were safe. Yeah, I slept through it mostly. Yeah, I was up. I wanted to make sure everything was doing all right. I did have a bit of a like Tuesday night. I was freaking out a little bit just to make sure, wanting to make sure that everything was all set and all secure and stuff. Turned out I needn't have worried so much. Can I just? No, I have to go all the way down to blast them. Okay. Blow them up. The 4th doggo is, as they say, a little younger, but still pretty up in age. I am forever a cat person. I'm not a pet dog thing. I like other people's dogs, though, so I guess the whole dog sitting thing wouldn't be so bad. I do. I like other people's dogs. They're nice to have around, but I don't want to have them around, like, home, you know? Heroic Disciple is a mage of some kind. Let's lightning bolt him. Suck his magic. Oh, Kylie says they used to have cats, but they passed last year, sadly. That is sad. But... Damn it, Nathaniel. What is this? It's dead. Why is it still pummeling him? It's not fair. Another crystal. Evan says, we had a good discussion on the Monday stream, Kylie. I believe you were mentioned. I, of course, fell into a deep sleep near the end, as is tradition. Of course, naturally, as one does. I don't remember why Kylie was mentioned, but I know she was at some point. It was something along the lines of, as Kylie would ordinarily say, or something like that. I don't remember exactly why or what, though. Flesh pod. Ugh. This is awful. Absolutely awful. So speaking of the two of you, my keto friends, what is happening? There we go. hate these stupid little grubs. They're disgusting. So gross. I assumed you meant you fell asleep, not feel asleep. In any case, right, there was I've tried something based on something you guys have talked about before. So I know you guys have mentioned plenty of times when talking about cooking for keto. You guys have mentioned plenty of times using crumbled pork rinds or crushed pork rinds for breading. And I decided to give it a try because I was running the smoker today. Did quite a bit with it. It says Lol's just so overwhelmed with emotion that all you could do was drift into slumber. I know, poor Kevin. He feeled right to sleep. Sleepy feels. Feeling sleepy? Anyway. So I tried, I did a bunch of things on the smoker. Oh, this might be a cutscene. I'm going to pause before I go into this room, because I think this is a cutscene. I'll explain what I was doing. So I put a bunch of things on the smoker. I did a nice barbecue dry rubbed London broil, which actually turned out really, really good. It still had that London broil taste and texture, but with the kind of sort of mesquite crust you get on a good brisket. It's actually really nice. It's not something I've tried before. Don't do it if you're doing anything like direct heat, though. You'll probably dry it the hell out. I used a water smoker with the bowl and the bullet smoker thing. Also, I should turn my camera a little bit. I'm off center. I didn't even say anything. So I did that. I did a slice of country ham with apples over it, which was really good. And then I did a bunch of chicken gizzards, tossed in hot sauce and like a southern citrusy kind of hot sauce, and then coated in crushed pork rinds. The trouble, of course, being that it turned goo. It was good goo, don't get me wrong. The flavor all did a good job infusing everything, but it kind of turned goo. So I realized that part of the problem was that the juices kind of seeped out into it, and it kind of made a lot of the breading kind of fall off, which was the disappointing part. But I don't mind. It was still very good. It turned out great. Oh, and some perch. It's the architect.
That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain
some perch fillets too.
Myself. Fate, however, intervened.
Well, it says I made chorizo with sazon seasoned okra and onions the other night. Turned out pretty darn amazing. That sounds really good. That's like a good combination. Also, I don't know if you noticed, I got a new mug. This is barely in front of my face. This is it touching my face. It's a what is this? 24 ounce, I guess? It's 3 cups. Whatever that is, 24 ounce. Coffee mug. Nice stoneware coffee mug. I'm loving it. I can have more coffee at once now. Experimented on me.
I restrained you only to prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your order.
Misunderstanding? Is that what you call it?
I sent the wizard to ask for the Grey Wardens' help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate.
Well, it says also had a job interview for a different position on campus recently. It went really well. It really liked me, and but I had to go with a different position. Was up for due to time flexibility. I mean, do what you gotta do, right? That sounds probably better. Yeah. Kevin, a mug nearly as big as your mug. Because pretty good. But I like it. I like it very much. It's nice. It's a nice little big teal. It was on sale too. This was like $1.30 something. Amazing. Kylie, of course, wants more mugs. This was at Winn-Dixie in the local area, so if you're looking, they may still be there and they may still be on sale. So, something to look for. It's boring compared to your mug collection, but still. So, you wanted our help for what?
My kind has ever been driven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood.
Okay. So here is where that dilemma I was talking about comes up between whether the Grey Warden's goal is to stop the Darkspawn or to stop the Blights. And at this point I am leaning a little bit more towards stopping the Blights. I'll also say, for my own interest's sake, for our interest going forward's sake, I guess, this does not come up again through Dragon Age Inquisition for the games that are out now. However, I'd be interested to see if the decision you make here winds up affecting things moving forward into Dragon Age 4 and beyond, if there is a beyond. So we'll see. Interested to see how that turns out. Especially because this guy here, over here, is a pretty big deal. I don't remember if this goes into his backstory at all. If not, I'll have to, but we'll see. We'll see if we can ask him who he is. The group's nickname is Cinnamon Puns. Oh, God. Alright. I never thought I would have a name for my fandom, as it were. I guess, is that? No. Whatever. And I never ever thought it would be Cinnamon Puns. He looks like he got a bad facelift that didn't last, and he's trying to cover with a mask. Yeah, and he's like pinning things up a little bit. Like, see his sort of skin stretch to his forehead? Yeah. Why he looks like this has a lot to do with who he is and his backstory and background. Like I said, I don't know if we're able to ask him about that. I'm going to try and see him in this conversation. If not, I'll talk about it some. Because it's super interesting, and I don't remember if it really comes up here. You're trying to stop the Blights?
Hundreds of thousands of my kind are killed before each blight is ended. It is a plague on our race. We do not begin a blight because we crave power or destruction. We obey the call of the old gods without choice.
How would you free the Darkspawn?
In order to become what you are, you drink the blood of my kind. To transform. Similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
I like my blood where it is, in my veins.
It's a good argument. Oh, hey, it went dark. That's weird. But maybe I'll say something about this. While we're in a black screen. Kylie says, boyfriend has reminded me that I am saving for a car and probably should wait on the mug. Boo. Well, I mean, that is reasonable. That's a fair point. He's got a good point there. It is also like $1.30 something, so maybe you can talk the dealership down by a couple bucks and get a car. Okay. Kevin says, Vince is too modest. I'd literally choose this stream over nearly any show on TV, and I'm currently choosing it over reading my book. Wow. That means a lot. Thanks, Kevin. I'm not too modest. I'm appropriately modest. I have 5 concurrent viewers at the moment. Listen, guys. We may be dedicated, but we're a small cadre, as it were. It's cadre, right? Anyway, so using blood magic, that's a little sketchy. The other reason this is potentially interesting, and this doesn't get into it here, but it's gotten into elsewhere. So the Kevin says you can't drink coffee from a car. That's a good point too. You can drink coffee in a car, but only if you have a mug. Although, admittedly, this would not be ideal for in a car. I wouldn't put this in the car. I'll be like, I got $5, give me a car. Okay. But this is another interesting point because, okay, so Grey Wardens in the lore typically, when they live beyond a certain point, when they live a good while, the Darkspawn taint, the blight, not the blight, the taint, I guess you call it, begins to slowly overtake them to the point where they start hearing the calling. What this does is it compels them to go into the deep roads, and presumably they're seeking out the archdemons. What this means functionally is that they are compelled to go into the deep roads and fight Darkspawn until they're killed. Otherwise, they eventually turn into mindless ghouls. So the interesting or potentially interesting part about this, the architect's research here, is that this might give something like, this might be an avenue of research, at least, for curing the calling that not only the Darkspawn experience, but also the calling that the Grey Wardens experience. That makes this potentially very interesting for the Grey Wardens going forward. And it also fits with a lot of the lore involving the hero Ferelden, our main character, Dalen. A lot of what he does after Awakening and after Witch Hunt is he goes off and he's trying to find a cure for the calling by the time Dragon Age Inquisition rolls around, which is like 10 years later or so. It takes quite some time. There's quite a big gap that's covered by Dragon Age 2. Kind of says, I mean, if you have a travel mug, you could. So technically, I'd be making an early investment. Oh yeah, the screen went black because of some kind of a glitch. I hope selecting a dialogue option fixes it. How do the Darkspawn change afterwards?
Once they are freed,
that's better.
The Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak. They act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
Kill this creature now, lest it makes things worse than they already are. Do what is right, and do not waver.
Darkspawn or no, he has a good point. Do we really want to keep killing each other forever?
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work.
Okay, so this is where the big question arises, right, as to what the hell's going on, and what the hell do we do about this? Do we fight the Darkspawn, this one in particular, or do we help the Darkspawn to stop the Blights? Again, I lean towards trying to stop the Blights. Now, it's worth noting that we'll see this again once we get to Dragon Age Inquisition, is that when Grey Wardens are willing to go to extraordinary means, extraordinary lengths, I guess I should say, to stop the Blights in a way other than just waiting for the Darkspawn to find an archdemon and then killing it, right? That can go poorly as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. Evan, I've been informed that taint was said. I missed it. I said it again. The characters have been saying it all the time because it's the technical term for the corruption that comes from the corruption that makes Darkspawn is called the taint. Not that kind. Not that kind. Just go back if you want a full-on discussion of just saying the word taint and chuckling like small children. Go back to one of our early episodes about where we do the joining, where Dalen becomes a Grey Warden. Way early on. It was like episode 2 or 3, maybe 3, maybe even been 4. But it was early. It was early on. How did you become free?
I was born as I am, an outsider amongst my kind. Why? I do not know. Why do some of your kind become Grey Wardens?
Huh.
Why do some possess magic? I have no answers.
Okay, so he doesn't know, and he's not going to tell us. So I guess I have to. So this guy's backstory, the Architect. The Architect's full name and title is the Architect of Beauty. What this means is, this here, if you remember our deep lore of the game, not of the channel, this is one of the Tevinter Magisters who originally tried to enter the Fade and assault the Golden City, the seat of the Maker. Which then it started the Blights. It corrupted the old gods, it created the Darkspawn, and it caused the Maker to leave people behind, to abandon his creation. This is one of them. This is, in fact, the High Priest of Orthumiel, who was the archdemon who we just defeated. So that's what this guy is. That's what's going on here. The reason he is free, and he's not typical for a Darkspawn, because he doesn't look like a typical Darkspawn either. This guy is one of the original Darkspawn. One of the original, I think it was seven, Tevinter Magisters, Archmages, basically, who assaulted the Golden City, tried to take it for themselves, and so were cast down and made into Darkspawn and started the whole Blight thing. So he's not super trustworthy innately, but I think, lore-wise, he's probably the least awful of the original Magisters. I'll see if I can find find a good video on the lore around the Architect and the Magisters. Put in the description. Because it's a really interesting thing. If you're interested in the world building of Dragon Age, that's some of the coolest part. Ellie says, I informed the boyfriend of this occurrence, and now he's laughing with us. Oh, good. Dang, squad. Stop it, Kevin, please. No. Erica says, that's why he's blind, huh? Mask over the eyes to hide the fact that he's blind from trying to observe God by force. Something like that, probably. It also is a bit of it's maybe a sort of twist of irony, because he's the priest of the old god of beauty, the Architect of beauty, and so if he's incapable of sight, he's incapable of experiencing beauty. It's a kind of it seems to me, at least, I've always kind of thought it was a kind of sort of a fitting punishment, I suppose, something like that, and just desserts ironic reward kind of thing. What is this mother, exactly?
My most flawed creation. Freedom drove her mad, and she has poisoned the minds of the others. She has influence with the ones who have not been freed, and she gathers them as an army. I do not seek to rule, my brethren. I only seek to release them from their chains.
Okay. Let's do it. You have an ally.
What if he's wrong? What if this doesn't stop the Blight, but makes something worse?
It could.
No, this is wrong. Those who have fallen must be avenged.
You have to trust my lead, Justice. Ultimately, this has to be the right thing to do.
I cannot trust it, but I will follow it, for now.
He does not like
Thank
this.
you, Commander. I realize what a leap of faith this is for you. I hope that I prove worthy of your trust. The mother lies ahead, Warden. I cannot approach her physically. Her children protect her from my power. But when you reach her, I will do whatever I can to help you. You have my promise.
I will also say there is something about him that seems trustworthy. Like, he seems very genuine in a way. And maybe that's fairly subjective, but and maybe it's just because he's not screaming like you would expect an awakened Darkspawn to. But that he seems very serious and very sincere, serene, all the above. Yo, stop being evil and terrible. Let's go big ol' fire. Actually, no, never mind. Let's go big ice. Ice storm. Ah! Try this again. Alright. I hate those childers. Ooh, vestments of Erthemiel, the old god of beauty. Not as good as what I currently have, but okay. Erthemiel, also kind of known as Dalen's son, which is kind of weird, but yeah, remember the whole Morrigan with the dark ritual has a son, or with Dalen, who will then absorb the soul of the archdemon, being, you know, the essence of the old god, the power and godhood of the old god, that being Erthemiel. Huh. Anyway, that's a thing. What the heck kind of magic do I get? I'm running out of slots. Yeah, I'll do time spiral. Why not? Also, I have to edit my quick bar. Oh my god, I have no room. No room. Alright. You can't see, but if I were to, like, say where it is on the screen, I'm full. My quick bar is full to about there. And you can't do multiple layers of it in this game, so that's unfortunately. Eric says his voice acting is on point. It really sounds like his cheek is being pulled outward when he talks with the... Yeah. Got the little lisp or something that sells it. Yeah. That's really, really good. It is really good. It looks like the right kind of distorted as well. It's not just like randomly weird sounding. It's pretty specifically, it looks like his face is doing that, you know. Oh god, really? More of these. Alright. Let's just do this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is bad. Ah, this is real bad. really glad that Justice has crazy amounts of armor when he gets picked up and pummeled by an ogre. Kevin says serene villains are the scariest and often the most dangerous, though. That is very true. He is honestly way scarier and taken a lot more seriously than his counterpart that we will meet in the next game, and who will become very important by Inquisition. Which one is it? It's F4. No, it's not. It's... Hold on. I don't wanna accidentally the wrong quick save. The wrong button for quick saving. It's quick save is F5, quick load is F9. Okay, cool. But yeah, Kevin, absolutely. There is, let me put it this way, there's another Tevinter Magister, an ancient Tevinter Magister, that we encounter at another point in the series, and this one is far more serious and menacing. Come on, no. Get off him. I really don't need any of this loot, because this isn't exactly the end of the game, but it's functionally close enough. Steal some of your magic.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm at an obscenely high level for this. I've done a great deal of grinding. Are there more behind us? No, not yet. So that means I can just toast them. Oh, now there are. That was a lot. Okay. Big toasty. Erica says, I wish I could gush about all the stuff that's happening in my campaign right now, speaking of villains. I mean... So here's the real question. What are the chances that WizKid shows up? Because if the chances are low enough, then that won't be a problem. Could just say, hey, WizKid, don't look at the chat between time X and time Y, but I don't know. Or if Max is here. Max might be here. Hi, Max, are you here? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. A lot of my players watch intermittently, or your players, I suppose, at this point, play intermittently, so it's hard to say exactly. Well, there she is. Hi, Mother. Honestly, most horrifying and disturbing enemy in the series. Yeah, in the series. Eric says, no, I can't. I don't know if Max or Eddie will show up or look back through the VOD. That is true. That is true. Hi.
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
I have told you many times, Mother. I am not the Father. I am simply the Architect.
It does not change what you are. You took away that beautiful music, left us with nothing.
It was a mistake to free you. It has left you with madness. I am truly sorry.
Even were she not mad, the mother would still be disgusting. I'm saying it.
But perhaps the Warden would like to hear how it was that the Father began the Blight. You want the source of the Archdemon? The one who brought all our kind to the surface? Here he is!
That's a
I was
revelation.
correct. All of these creatures are irredeemable fiends.
There it is then. Unfortunate. I did find the old god Athemiel, but I did not wish another blight. I attempted my joining ritual. My hope was that this would free all Darkspawn, unravel the curse from its source. Alas, I was unlucky.
So, Kylie asked, what the heck and heck is that thing? So you remember the Broodmother from the Deep Roads that we fought? That thing, well, not this thing. This is the Architect, or an illusion of the Architect. The Mother is a Broodmother, but a human one instead of a dwarf one. They are stolen away and horrifyingly mutated women of the various species, who then produce Darkspawn. That's how Darkspawn reproduce, basically. They're horrifyingly evil as a species. They are made evil initially. They are a blight, as it were, upon creation. Divine retribution, divine punishment, all of that. Punishment for the hubris of mankind, yada yada yada, all that stuff. All the usual. World. Stop it. And also, like I said, probably the single most horrifying, abominable monstrosity enemy type in probably in the whole Dragon Age series. They do a really good job of horrifying monsters, but I think the Mother takes it. Eric says she's a terms of service violation, obviously. Yes, obviously. Yeah, that too. Good thing I don't monetize. Anyway, do you even think about the repercussions of your actions, Architect?
It is not the way of the Grey Wardens to do what must be done. In the name of combating the Blight, the Blight is a menace, both for your people and for mine. To end it requires sacrifice and risk.
And how lonely the Father was. How terrible to be the outcast, the outsider. He claims he wishes the Darkspawn to be free, but what he truly wants is to correct them.
However you feel about what I have done, the Mother is mad. She cannot be allowed to...
Begone, Shadow! You can't the Mother any more than you already have. And now the hero is alone. Oh, the Mother knows your ways. You will not let her be, no, not after what she's done. So it must end. It all must come crashing down! Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Yep, definitely, like I said, the most disturbing enemy monster in the series. Set it on fire, big old fire. Okay, that's great. Ah, jeez, okay. Oh, God. Okay, this is a problem. Oh, God, this is a big problem. Okay, hold on. Anders, don't die. Oh, he went... Oh, he used spell immunity. Oh, crap. That's not good. Get away from me, tentacle monsters. Monster tentacles. Okay, whew, okay, yeah. Kyla says, yeah, okay, nightmares shall occur most likely within this character. With this character. Yeah, and Kevin agrees, yeah, creepy. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Who should I freeze? This group, yeah. Oops, I meant. Let's take a potion. Oh, crap. That's not good. Revive Justice. Heal. Oh. Big old firestorm right here. Inferno. I keep thinking it's called Firestorm. It's not. It's Inferno. Let's give him a life ward because he's going to be having a rough time of it. Veneration. Potion. That there. Have Anders take one because he needs a potion. You definitely need a healing poultice. Maybe that'll help. Ah, no! He's down! Okay, Resurrection again. Okay. We got her, I think. That was cool. That was a really cool kill. Ugh. After the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back into deep roads. Raids on Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. The architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back underground. Those Grey Wardens in other nations were appalled to hear of the architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within the Order have claimed that the architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet the deep roads have lately been quieter, any can recall. Most have resignedly decided that it is now in the Maker's hands. Word of the Grey Wardens' heroic salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses at Vigil Cape came to light, sympathy drove generous donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Amaranthine was restored to her former glory within a year. Vigil's Keep in 5. Because of the Warden's support for law and order in Amaranthine, Constable Aiden and his men were able to distribute the smuggler's goods to the battered survivors in grueling days that followed the Darkspawn defeat. Darkspawn messenger, set free after joining the Wardens in the Battle of Amaranthine, struck out on his own. The city soon buzzed with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of the Darkspawn disease emerged. No one connected the two. Although the war devastated many farms in the Arling, all agreed the loss would have been greater with soldiers for protection. Farmholders developed a certain reverence for the Warden Commander, as well as an ongoing reliance on the Grey Wardens for order and protection. Dirk, one of the pranksters behind the Blight Orphans scam, was fortunate enough to survive the Battle of Amaranthine. The unconditional generosity of the Blight Orphans' mysterious benefactor inspired him to establish a legitimate charity dedicated to children orphaned in the attack. His sweetheart, Melise, eventually bore him 2 rascals. Vigil's Keep stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over, but the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felt a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held 1 night, then 2, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon her walls. The Keep developed an almost mythic reputation, the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From the ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Sorry. Libertarian instincts kicked in there. Years later, Voldric Glavenack stood on the battlements and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Is that the bomb guy or the bomb guy's brother? I think that was the bomb guy's brother. Some nobles claimed the Grey Wardens were involved in Ban Esmeralda's disappearance on the eve of the final battle against the Darkspawn. Dark whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthine is still afoot. Among the many legends that the Vigil spawned was one of the great heroes of the Next Age, a shepherder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant, who eventually founded an order of knights that lasted 1,000 years. He was one of the farmers we helped. Dvorkin Glavenack, that's the bomb guy, further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the Warden's employ after Qunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the dwarven bombardier took his secrets with him, the learned say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil soldiers wearing the distinctive silverite armor that Master Wade crafted came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Warden, the Silver Order developed one of Ferelden's most revered military forces. a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. I love how feudal all of this is. Like, nothing yet has mentioned King Alistair. Like, really at all. This is just a lord's lands. Like, the story of a lord's lands who is, has fealty to the king and all that, but also has a sort of three-part loyalty between the king of Ferelden, the Chantry, and the Grey Wardens in Weishaupt, in the Enderfells, very, very far northwest. With Vallana and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of the militiamen and merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. Clans reacted by giving the Wending Wood a wide berth, but both sides knew that at some point the elves will return for revenge. It's not great. A few years after Kal Harol was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the Taig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Kal Harol was too important to be abandoned, and at a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Kal Harol out of all Darkspawn. Making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again, Kal Harol was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. It's so bizarre, architecturally, that Kal Harol, like this fortress, is not a series of connected caves, but is a fortress built in a massive cave. That's wacky to me. I don't know why that's weird, but it makes fantasy sense, but it seems kind of weird from a practical standpoint. As promised, Vuldric and Dworkin presented Orzammar's Shaperate with the stone marker that told of how Kal Harol's castless had taken up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honor at a feast commemorating the defenders of Kal Harol. The Shaper read the names of the castless off the marker, then presided over a ceremony to return them to the stone as befitted warriors of their stature. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin, thus the area still dangerous, but the people only cared that there were no longer frightened whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness' mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant, and another time by an Orlesian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely. Site left untouched. Understandable, really. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. Now that Anders was no longer a Warden, the Templars declared him apostate and began a search. The closest they came to finding him was a rumor that he joined the crew of a merchant ship, a certain female captain. Is that implying Isabella? That might be implying Isabella in the next game. Well, I want to ask about that. That's interesting. When the walls of Vigil's Keep were breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a selection of stone collapsed upon Vallana. When the rubble was later cleared, however, there was no body. Vallana was just gone. I'd like for her to come back sometime, eventually. It'd be really cool. Over the next years, Nathaniel dedicated himself to the Order, to clearing the blemishes on his family name. After saving Tairn Fergus Cousland from a bandit attack... Oh, that's the brother of the... I think the brother of the human noble origin. So the hero for Ferelden, if you play a human noble, that Fergus Cousland is your brother. A portion of Amaranthian was returned to the house. Cool. Nathaniel passed the holding to Delilah's son. When a new castle was eventually built there, a statue of Nathaniel was erected in its courtyard. Nice. Not long after the Darkspawn threat was ended, Justice returned to Vigil's Keep and looked sadly into the sun. When one of the other wardens asked what was amiss, he said simply, "I know what I must do." Kristoff's body slumped, dead. The spirit itself remains alive. It has not shown itself. Yet! Until the sequel. It was Sigrun who led the charge against the Darkspawn when Vigil's Keep was attacked. Once again, she had an army behind her, and once again they fought Darkspawn, with no hope of survival. This time, Sigrun did not flee. At Vigil's Keep, Oghren rallied a last-minute defense of the gate, taking 2 ogres simultaneously to allow others time to regain the courtyard. He eventually passed out from blood loss. When he awoke weeks later, nobody was more surprised than he to discover he had been credited as a hero. Nice. Oghren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bringing their toddler as well. Oghren's inability to act seriously wore on her, however, and her visits dwindled then stopped altogether. Oghren missed her or his child, he never showed it. As for the savior of Ferelden, he did not remain as commander of the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claimed the commander headed west into Orlais, chasing after the dark-haired sorceress who had fought alongside him during the blight. Whether he found her or not, he certainly did not return to Vigil's Keep. Speaking of... That's the end of Awakening. Let's move on to Witch Hunt, chasing after that dark-haired sorceress who once fought with him against the Blight. I don't remember this one too terribly well. Like I said, I only played any of these DLCs once. Import from another module. Dalen. Which one? Yeah, that one. He's equipped exactly the same way. This is nonsense. Okay. Yeah, that one. Import. Ridiculous.
Flemeth once told me that temptation lies in the forbidden. Do not follow me, I said. Harder words I have never spoken. Some doors should never be reopened.
I'm glad you're here. Couldn't do this alone, Duncan. We'll find Morrigan, I promise. Aw, he misses Morrigan. Duncan, obviously. It's our good dog. Okay. Level him up a bunch. By the way, this is not the dog I was talking about, by the way. Warden's Companion. Lands me cheap. Weaver. Let's unequip these things. Let's equip Staff of the Magister Lord. Might actually just be better. Not Flamus Brune. Like Lamppost in Winter might be, though. Oh, and it's so cool! Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Ah, love it. Alright, Spellweaver. Or Warden's Companion? Yeah, let's keep that. Merciless Grasp. Not as good. Fade Walker. Better. Meat Shield, I guess. Smiths of Themiel? No. Quicksilver. I forget what hat we were wearing, but we don't have it, so... Oh, I'm wearing the Toque of the Oblivious. It's just not showing up. Okay, fine. That's fine. I love this staff. That's so cool. Alright. Yes, the Woofer Doggo has returned. We finally have our dog back. Like I said, in the next game, in Dragon Age 2, there is a dog companion, but we have to name him. So keep thinking about that. I like Sable. I guess her, in that case. I like that, so... That's definitely an option. Oh. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Not another step. What are you doing here? Call off your hound, Shem.
Lower your weapon.
Then tell him to back down.
He will eat you whole. Okay, that's better.
Fine. I am Ariane of the Dalish people. My keeper sent me to find Asha Belinar, the woman of many years.
Flemeth's dead.
Many have tried to kill Asha Belinar in the past. Do not claim victory until a few centuries have passed with no sight of her. We thought she could help us find her daughter, Morrigan. The young witch has caused trouble for my clan. Has she earned your ire as well?
Let's not just go ahead and tell her that, oh no, she's my girlfriend and I want to go find her, could give her a big kiss. No, let's say what happened is between Morrigan and me.
Morrigan stole an ancient book my clan has guarded since the days of Arlathan. We were the only ones with such a piece of our history.
It was an obscenely long time ago.
Everything we once had. All legacy of our ancient magics were stripped from us. First by the Tevinter Magisters, then by the Wretched Circle. And Morrigan took what little was left.
What's so special about this book?
For almost 2,000 years, the Dalish people have been wanderers, a shadow of what we once were. This book, as much of a mystery as it is to us, is one of the only clues on how to reclaim that past. My keeper, Solon, says it was a treatise on something the ancients called Alluvian. The word is as old as the book itself, and its meaning has been lost, save perhaps to Morrigan.
Oh. Okay. I had forgotten about this, but this actually makes a lot of sense as to, like, some of what she winds up doing in Inquisition. Like, this actually makes this puts a lot of things together. How do you know Morrigan stole it?
1 month ago, she visited our clan in the name of friendship, and took great interest in our history. She knew exactly what she was looking for. The Keeper allowed her to see the book. 2 nights later, it was gone.
Erica says there's something weird going on with her chest armor. Yeah, the whole cape, upper, chainmail cape thingy seems to be a little pressing down in the front. Yeah, it's weird. You're right, it's weird. So what now?
Help me. We both want Morrigan, and we can aid each other. The Book of Alluvian was reclaimed for my clan by an elven mage who stole it from the Circle of Magi before defecting. He said other similar treasures remain in the library, but they would never allow a Dalish to view them. Perhaps you will meet a different reception.
I'm from the Circle. I'll get us in.
Masirinus, I look forward to working with you.
They just, very wildly on how they pronounce that. Like I said, after this game, starting in 2, it gets to be really, really consistent as Masaranas. That doesn't look like it's left in for years, except for the recent intrusion. The whole place looks abandoned. Yeah, no, it doesn't it? Fire.
And I'm off.
Covered in a fine layer of dust. Recently lit. Okay, so she did it. Got it. Alright, let's get out of here. What the hell? Hey. Why are there Darkspawn here? You're not supposed to be here. You're all supposed to be dead. What is this? Y'all are supposed to be underground. Get out of here. Alright. Hey, all of this stuff is still on the map. That's weird. I didn't expect it to be. Alright, Circle Tower. Also, I made beef jerky. The other day, though.
Welcome to Ferelden's Circle of Magi. Please, keep your hound under control. Some of the apprentices are easily startled. And I see you have a Dalish elf with you.
Is that a problem?
Ariane can be trusted.
What is that supposed to mean? Most Dalish are common thieves?
Stop.
As you say, the Circle is glad to have you as a guest. As you can see, things are much changed from when you were last here.
Why you gotta play the Dalish card, Ariane? Why can't you just, you know, not? It's Gregor.
Gregor is in Denerim, attending to some important business. My name is Hadley. I lead the Templars in the Knight Commander's absence.
Okay. I need to go to the library.
If you're looking for a book, you can start in the Index section. As the Warden Commander, you and your guests are free to explore the first floor of the tower without an escort. Good day to you.
Great. Hi, Anonymous. Welcome. Welcome.
I see why Keeper Solon did not want me to come here. It is all too tempting to overturn the tight order of their little world.
Alright, stop being so edgy. What class are you? Are you a warrior? Warrior. Wait, no. Rogue. No, warrior. Where are you? Yeah. Champion warrior. I have no one who can open locks. So. Darn.
Hey, it's him. The one who was involved in the Jowan incident.
Jowan? Now there's a mistake of nature if I ever saw one.
Oh, he wasn't bad. Good for a laugh, if I remember. If you ever lose Jowan, you can always find him flailing about in the giant gulf between his intentions and their actual consequences.
Funny how the Templars never thought of that when he ran away.
Oh my gosh. That's so rude. Also, why is Dalen known as the guy who was involved in that Jowan incident instead of the guy who saved Ferelden from the Archdemon? Huh. You would think it would be that. Way more so. But whatever. I'm not gonna... I guess I won't complain. People remember me, that's nice.
I was not.
Look who's here! Hold on, let's check this first. Things.
Little. You have to admit, it's tempting, right? All these mages, so complacent, thinking they're so important.
Enchantment?
Sandal, what are you doing here?
Enchantment! Enchantment!
Yes.
How have you been, Sandal?
I made the potty.
Yes.
Enchantment?
I'd like to buy something, I suppose. What in the world? I made the potty. Okay then. Get rid of those, get rid of that, get rid of that. Pretty good. Sell some of our stuff we don't need. Oh. Yeah, where's his dad? I don't know. I wasn't able to ask him. I mean, we'll talk to them later. He does show up again. Excuse me. We want that? Maybe. No, what we do want, though, is these. And all of these. That's a lot of money. Oh. Let's do this. Let's do... What does this do? More points spent on attributes, huh? Skills. I'll wait on those. They're nice, but I'll wait. All right. Wait, is it gonna let me into the basement? I'm not gonna bother. It's not where I'm going. I'm going this way. Library.
I've never seen so many.
This is how mages work.
I wish I had one. They should allow pets in the tower.
Don't you remember the Dragonling disaster? There's bits of Ivan still burnt onto the ceiling on the 3rd floor.
I'm talking about common pets. Dogs, cats, rats, owls, that sort of thing.
Owls? What sort of mage has an owl as a pet?
Only the best. Call him Archimedes.
You, Hound. You think you could sneak up on the mage over there? How high do you think he'd throw those things if he turned around and saw you looming over him? Oh, lighten up. This place is like a tomb. A few surprises would be good for them. Warden, your dog is lecturing me again.
Are you doing anything to earn a lecture? Right. Catalog of Elven Relics. How about that? Is in the Mysterious Artifacts section. Okay. Lurking Horrors of the Deep sounds fun, but not what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Raising Nugs, a how-to guide. Staff now, alright. Sword and Staff sounds fully interesting, but...
Going.
Translating Elven languages. That might be helpful. History. Oops. That. Right. Or wait, hold on. Creatures, entropy, mysterious artifacts. Where is history? Find that first. Translating the Elven languages. Based on a collection of research, this work explores the translating of various Elven dialects. No, that does not helpful. I thought that would be helpful. Oh well. All right, historical artifacts section. Mysterious artifacts. Sorry. Catalog of Elven relics. It's written in ancient dialect you cannot read.
I recognize the character on this page. I think it makes up part of the word Illuvian.
Is this Elvish?
I think so. The script is strange, but it must be. This is a library, isn't it? Perhaps another book could help us translate this.
I should have just picked the book up. I just went to see on the shelf.
Found the body of the Templar who went after those apostates near Hyde.
This is why when I'm doing library research, I always have a stack of books with me instead of just going shelf to shelf to shelf to shelf to shelf, especially on a nice big library like this. This isn't even that big, like compared to, you know, modern academic libraries are freaking huge compared to this. But like, just take your books with you, especially when you're in the library. You don't even have to check them out. You just go have a work area, you know, a research area. All right, let's take it. Okay. Can I just try and read them now? No. Oh, quest items. Oh, and now I have to bring it back. See, I told you, this is why you have a little workstation. Just take one of these desks, right here, just take this one. Put all your books with it.
Yes.
Elven relics. Using the translation book, you locate a chapter on Illuvian.
Oh, who let a dog in here? And what are you doing? Be careful!
Be careful with what?
Wait, I know you. You're the Grey Warden mage. The hero. This is even worse. Didn't they teach you proper care of antique volumes in the first year?
It's been a while.
People save the country and suddenly they think they can abuse priceless books all willy-nilly.
Look, I'm in the middle of something important.
Browsing the chapter on the Illuvians. No one's actually found one, you know.
You know what Illuvian is?
It's Old Elvish for seeing glass. Mirror.
Your keeper couldn't even translate the word for mirror.
It's a 2,000-year-old dialect.
She's right. The word is from the lost language of our Lathan, forgotten over eons of slavery. I only know a few dozen words of it, and I'm the Circle's linguist. Illuvian isn't just any mirror.
Useful, buddy.
It's a special kind. When the Imperium sacked our Lathan, they took these mirrors and tried to unlock their power. But all they could use them for was communication over long distances.
Does that sound right to you, Ariane?
Solon thought Illuvian was a place. My people crossed paths with another Dalish clan not too long ago. Two of their young hunters encountered a strange mirror in some ruins. One disappeared, the other became deathly ill. They never found the one, and the other died. They left Ferelden and traveled north to forget their sorrows.
Okay, so cool things about that. One, that is the Dalish elf origin. So that could be the one who disappeared, could be the player character, the hero of Ferelden, if you played a Dalish elf. Then that clan that left Ferelden to go north is the same clan that you encounter in Dragon Age 2, or that we will encounter probably at this rate next week in Dragon Age 2. So that is pretty cool. Okay. So these mirrors are dangerous?
I've never read anything about the Illuvians making people ill. What became of the mirror?
Shattered. destroyed.
Okay.
Why?
It was corrupted by the Darkspawn, beyond hope of recovery. They did it to protect others.
Even broken, it could be used to find the others. No, don't get ahead of yourself, Finn. You have to be sure.
What? What do you know?
This is so exciting. We have to get to the repository. Hadley has the key. Come on.
Heck was that? Oh, he's a healer too. Cool. Level him up, though. Let's make him a... He's already a spirit healer, which is the most useful in this situation. Let's make him a shapeshifter and battle mage. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Bunch of healing stuff, that's useful. Force field to crushing prison. Crushing prison is just about the best spell. Okay, cool. Alright. Those. Where's Hadley? That way, alright.
Look, Finn, he fetched me a flower.
I really like
Very
these
Slobber,
companions.
But pretty.
You should just tell him to fetch a Morrigan. It would save us a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I like these companions especially because they're a couple of like wet behind the ears little dweebs who are traveling with the hero of Ferelden, who is an incredibly powerful living legend. And these are just some randos who happen to have stumbled across him in need of help. I love that.
Hadley, just
Dynamic's
the man I was
great.
looking for.
Not looking very hard, were you? I'm always here.
Good one. So I need to go into the repository.
No.
No? Why not? I'm not some drooling apprentice.
It's because of me, isn't it?
No. The Sentinels have been behaving erratically, so the repository is locked for everyone's safety.
Oh, well then. Sorry for bothering you.
Is there something I can do?
I would certainly like to see the situation resolved, but I would hate to put you in danger. The repository isn't crucial to the daily functioning of the Circle, so we've left it until we can spare more men.
I'll help with this.
Oh, very well. It's your necks. But before you go, what's so important down there?
The statue. It knows things about Tevinter, and I need to speak to it.
That one.
Right. Be careful and keep the mess to a minimum.
You know that talking to inanimate objects is a sign of insanity.
Not when it talks back.
You think the statue talks to you?
It's complicated. It wasn't always a statue. You'll see.
So yeah, this is a little statue that, if you recall, we encountered very close to the beginning of this game, in the mage origin. Back when we were still an apprentice, back when Dalen was still an apprentice mage. All those years ago. And in our terms, all those months ago. Saving. That's good. Could have done that. Can I just go in this way? Ah! Stop. Yeah, hey. Also stop.
Tear in the veil. From the fate is influencing the sentinels. We have to deal with it. Go! Get them!
Oh.
We did it! And the sentinels are going back to normal. We need to deal with the rest of the rips in the veil if we can.
Yeah, I agree. Locked. And I don't have a rogue. I have no rogue for this entire quest. What's
This
this?
used to be where the phylacteries of the apprentices were stored. They've been moved to a more secure location. We don't even know where they are anymore.
I wonder whose fault that is. Bad. Are there more veil tears somewhere? Let's just not bother. Bother. That might be nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, P.
Well, I guess he has to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, this cool little statue here. This was original concept art of what the old gods or the archdemons were supposed to look like. They might still. There's a lot of speculation that this or something very much like this is going to show up in Dragon Age 4. Just based on trailer images and things like that. Pretty cool.
The prison is breached. I see the encroaching darkness.
Wow. It does talk.
Hello?
The shadow will consume all.
Oh, this statue.
Something is causing it distress. The tears in the veil, most likely. The statue's useless until we mend the veil.
Okay. Well, let's go mend the veil, I suppose. Me. Here's the veil tear. It's not here. That's cool. There it is.
This has something to do with the magic animating the sentinels. Let's deactivate another sentinel. It seems to make the weak spots in the veil visible.
I will defeat you!
Okay, better. Okay, well, where's the tear in the veil? Find that first. There it is. This is actually really cool and a neat little setup that you have to basically fight your way through, but you only have to fight your way through them to get to the actual objectives, which are the tears in the veil. What is that? It's not that.
Why aren't you dead yet?
All right, got him. Yeah, I think this is pretty neat. you kind of have to fight the Sentinels.
Huh.
But really, you only have to fight through them to get to the real objective, which is the tears in the veil. Really neat. Cool mechanic. I like it. Alright. Nothing there. This way.
And I'm off.
Stop.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
Do not let up!
Oh, look, it wasn't right. Going.
That's it. Cool.
Huh. Going.
Ooh. Another set of vestments of the seer. Guess who gets those? Yeah, that's way better. Finn's immaculately clean robe. Ah, I love it. Ghastly hat. Resistance willpower. Ugh, no, don't like that. Don't like that. Now he can actually keep his other stuff. Vera, too. Yeah, no, that's fine. Keep his other stuff. I'm frozen. Where's the tear? There it is. There we go.
Going.
That was the last of them. The Sentinels should stop trying to kill us now. Let's get back to the statue.
Alright, back to the statue it is.
Go fetch! Shoot!
You have to give him something. You can't just say fetch and expect him to retrieve random things.
Why not? Once heard of someone with a really... who would run off and fetch things like cake. I think this one's broken.
This one's broken. No, that's not nice.
Yes.
It's not nice at all.
I am the spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and...
Advisor to Archon Valerius, blah blah, fall of the house. Yes, we've been through that.
Finn. Greetings.
I remember the statue.
Oh yes, you were here, weren't you? With Jowan. Some of the apprentices now use his name to describe dangerous schemes with little chance of success. Technically a misnomer, since he made it out of the tower alive.
I mean, little chance of success. Still can succeed. The statue, focus.
Oh, right. Back to the statue. It's hard to get answers out of it. Requires parsing all the grandiose mumbo-jumbo. We know where a broken Illuvian lies. Can it still be used to find the others?
Scry, the broken glass, dagger sharp, will be your key.
Scry?
The lights of Arlathan will illuminate the Scryer's path. The Archons possessed them, but they were misused, befouled, and lost, like so much the Imperium touched. Some were saved, carried by fugitives from the Elven city. Their sorrow awoke the stone, and her children sheltered them.
The stone?
They found a sanctuary in the deep halls of Cad Halash, now known as Kadash. There the lights of Arlathan lie, shielded from unworthy eyes.
Huh. Awoke the Stone invokes a lot of Titan imagery. We'll have to remember that. The relationship between the dwarves and the stone and the Titans, potentially the Titans, and Lyrium and the Alluvians, once we get to Dragon Age Inquisition. That seems like it might be relevant. Kadash Tig? Impossible. It's not that old.
So you know of it. Convenient.
Goodbye, Finn. We will not speak again.
That's weird. It's real sketchy.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
That was really ominous. That was really, really ominous. Alright. Let's go. Yeah?
Now, Mage, tell us what's going on.
The Alluvians are linked, all of them. If you have one, you can find the others, if they still exist. But the one you know of is broken and corrupted. So we need something else to amplify the magic.
The lights of Arlathan.
Yes.
Will you come with us, Finn?
Ready to go when you are.
Cool. That didn't take much convincing. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Ariane. Does your name mean anything in Elven?
Blessed creators, why does everyone ask that of people from other cultures?
Oh, I didn't mean...
What about you? Are you named after an honorable fish's appendage?
Well, Florian Phineas Horatio Aldebrand Esquire was a bit of a mouthful. And I was tired of the other apprentices calling me Flora.
Oh, Flora. That is a good point, though. Like, I mean, yes, names kind of have meaning, but also... Alright, let's go to the Elven Ruins first and get the Alluvian piece. Then we'll bring it to Kadash Tig next. For the lights of Arlathan, whatever that is. Again, I don't exactly remember. A lot of this is sort of coming back to me. Excuse me, a lot of this is kind of coming back to me as I go.
That ring. You play with it often.
Morrigan gave it to me a long time ago.
A ring is a significant gift. In human cultures, does that not mean...
We're not married, if that's what you're asking. Not exactly.
You put yourself in such danger just to find her. What will you do when you reach her?
I just want to see my child.
We'll find her. You have my word. The ancient Alluvian will be our key.
Alright. Let's go then.
You don't seem to be that pleased to be out of the tower, Finn. I thought most mages wanted to be free.
Why? Just to be outside? Do you see this splotch here on my robe? That's mud. There's no mud in the tower. I miss being cozy and dry.
Oh, this isn't right.
Do you ever wish you had the freedom to piss anywhere and not have people stare at you?
No. Do you?
Oh, no, of course not.
I mean, what else do you think mage robes are for? As we went over with Anders. Oh. Infected elf. That's not good. That's a lot of arrows in me. Oh, and that's a shriek.
Ready to make heads explode. You don't think it's contagious, do you?
I don't think it's contagious. That's correct. I mean, it can kill you, but it's not contagious. If it's the Darkspawn taint, at least, it's not contagious. It can just kill you outright. Stop. I am made, hear me roar, really, dude? He really doesn't go out much, does he? Alright. I don't but alright. The Keymaster.
And I'm off.
Does that mean we should expect Zool around here too, or am I thinking of a different monster? I'm hear more shrieks.
All right.
Yep, there it is. Oof. Alright, let's check the other side over here. Make sure we're not missing anything. Seems like we might.
Going.
Huh. Okay. Now. Ooh, Sorrows of Arlathan, a bow. No one really needs a bow. This group. Oh, hey, this is... I should have just walked through. Oh, well. My bad. I'll also say another cool thing about the staff is that the little half moons on the side just sort of float there as if attached by magic. Oh, Kyle's got to work tomorrow, so I will see you next time. Thanks for coming by. See you then. Get some sleep, you know.
All right.
Can't believe this is one of the Illuvians. It's magnificent. And
Don't forget to think about what to name the dog for Dragon Age 2.
we have the shard of the Illuvian, but we still need the lights of Arlathan. We should head to Kadash Tide when you're ready to leave.
Alright. Okay, should be actually ready to leave. Let's just go. Yeah.
So you've never been outdoors?
Kadash Tide. We still have like an hour. little over an hour. We might actually finish this tonight. We'll see. That's a light down there.
I'm not sure I like the deep roads. Fewer Darkspawn than expected, but it feels like we're being watched. Wait, why did we stop? Is this Kadash Taig?
Ariane?
This is it, according to the maps.
Right. So, I've been going through my old notes.
Also, I should note, I should have apologized for this earlier. It slipped my mind. Sorry for the kind of piss poor lighting on my face. I'm kind of in shadow because my lamp is not working. That would be because my cat, Angel, that cat, kind of knocked it off. By kind of, I mean she started trying to throw up on my desk. I had to shoo her off, and she knocked it off the desk, and I need to fix it somehow. Anyway.
And I came across this footnote. Apparently, the elves would magically conceal relics of great significance, thus shielding them from unworthy eyes. And given what the Tevinters did, I'd say they count as unworthy.
You don't say.
So the lights of Arlathan are under this enchantment?
That's my hypothesis. But they might just be buried in the ground, too. Actually, that's very likely. It looks like Kadash Taig was built on the ruins of Katalash. The lights of Arlathan could be miles below us.
I like the other theory more.
If the elves concealed the relics with magic, only the blood of their kin will reveal them. Ariane, we need your blood.
Excuse me?
Just a few drops, that's it.
Is this blood magic?
Blood doesn't power the spell, it's just a component.
That's a line.
Certainly a gray area, so let's just keep this between the three of us, shall we?
Okay. 4 of us?
4 of us. You share the same blood as the Arlathan elves, so you're the only one this enchantment might recognize.
Fine. Just because hearing that gets me all tingly. A few drops.
I'll be gentle. My spell will reveal vortices of magic. Standing in them should allow us to see the energy being drawn to the relics, which will lead us to them.
Cool. Cool.
Once we reach the influence of the lights of Arlathan, Ariane's blood will unveil.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh, okay. It looked much larger because it was uphill. Ooh, those are some messy polys. Some graphical glitching. Alright. Yeah, we've been here before. This was where we went with Shale. Oh, great. You're correct.
Interesting. This carving over here is an old dwarven dialect. If you find more writing like this, I could probably translate it.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Alright, well, seeing as how it's so interesting.
Remind me not to step in that.
God. Love that mechanic. He gets a buff in areas where he has peed.
Vortex. We can use it to reveal the energy flowing towards the lights of Arlathan. Do you see it? Can you follow the path?
Yeah. I guess it's this way, huh? Jeez, it's messing with my graphics.
Must be dull without magic.
Let's go do that.
This is amazing.
stars. And they're showing us the way.
Cool. God, I don't know what's going on with the weird graphical glitches. It's probably because of the weird magical effects.
The
That's...
dwarves didn't even know they once had elves living here. Wouldn't this be remarkable enough to record in the memories?
Let's go in here.
I think something's here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Guardians!
Thanks for figuring that out, I suppose, but earlier would have been better.
The lights of our Lapland are lanterns. I didn't realize the statue was capable of being literal.
I don't know if... Do I need a seizure warning for any of this? This is... If you guys are photosensitive, like, maybe avert your eyes from a lot of this part of the stream. That's kind of... that way, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of...
I should study dwarven history when I return.
messiness to this.
Ooh, what's that? Fascinating. A monument of some kind, possibly. Where's my notebook? Oh, sorry. I'll have to look at that later.
Getting a little better, I suppose. I think I remember this happening last time as well. Max says, I hate that error. I used to get an error in Denerim, where everyone's clothes swapped as you walked around. Yeah, I had to get a mod to fix that one, because that one was intolerable, and I spent a lot of time in Denerim. But this is I think because of the weird shifting due to the magic effects.
It's like standing in a field of stars.
Is just goofing around with the graphics, causing the glitch.
I have a good...
It's all in this in the textures. Actually, it might be lighting, if I'm not mistaken. It's textures and or lighting, and I'm not sure if it's one or the other or both. It's real significantly weird. Ew. And it's not showing the area effects. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, all taken care of.
All right.
Not playing as a rogue, I barely use poisons.
I see one.
Torches. Still burning after thousands of years. Magic.
There.
Special fuel.
Huh.
Guardian time.
Like, expect resistance.
Oh, there's another one. How about you petrify that guy?
wonder if the relic's here. That was disappointing.
That was strange. Warlock Battle Mage.
If you hate the outside so much, why come with us?
Couldn't pass up a chance to learn more about the ancient elves and the mirrors. Besides, the company is good.
Thanks.
Aw.
I meant the dog.
Oh. Well, still aw. That way, huh?
Those carvings. Amazing.
Uh-oh.
Finn!
Sorry.
I know it's cool, but... Aha.
Over here, perhaps. It is.
Goody.
Oh, what we could do if we had...
Is this wise? Someone could die!
Question these ancients, instead of killing them.
I wish we could. Would be nice. That way. I mean, I figured that's kind of the only way forward, so... You know, I like this mechanic. It's really cool. The sort of flowing lights pointing you to where you need to go. But at the same time, it's a little bit... It's not super useful, given that this is a very linear area.
Kalsharok destroyed Cadhalash. Strange to think of the dwarves giving shelter in this darkness to the elves who fled Arlathan.
Yeah, it's like I said, a little bit... Oh, hi, Bronto. Oh, jeez. It's a little bit, like I said, strange that it's underutilized because of the linearity of Dragon Age Origins in general. A lot of the level design is pretty linear. And that really doesn't change until
Your name is Florian
Inquisition.
Horatio Aldebrandt, Esquire. Can't forget the Esquire. Father insisted.
Did your parents hate you?
No, they adore me. In fact, I'm sure my name is a result of... Oh!
Breezy. Heal your magic. See your health. Freeze you dead. Cinch, skillful maneuvering. We probably don't need that at all. Right over here, yeah?
Come to me, oh sweet...
Here we are!
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Here it comes!
Stop. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, there's another one over there. That's why. Jesus. Was he being healed?
The shard of the Illuvian and the lights of Arlathan. Now all we have to do is scry for an unbroken mirror. I saw a suitable place for the ritual not too far from here.
Okay. Let's do it.
Prepare yourself. The ritual may attract unwanted attention. You'll have to protect me.
Let's quick save then, huh? I don't expect too much of a problem.
Go.
Oh, hey, that's what you mean by unwanted attention. Got it. Well, let's just light everything on fire and hope for the best. It's usually my go-to response. Big ol' zappy.
Am I bleeding? Oh, look, a rip in my robe.
What happened to Ariane? Give us your blood. Who cares if it hurts?
It's my blood. That's different.
Well, at least we know he's not a blood mage. Did the ritual work?
I've pinpointed another Eluvian. It's in the Dragonbone Wastes. The Tevinters probably moved it there to see if the ancient Dragonbones could enhance the Eluvian's power.
Well, that's kind of crazy. I've been to the Dragonbone Wastes. I saw no mirror. That's where we fought the mother, I think.
It might be hidden. Or only appear to those who know its location.
Okay. We should set off immediately.
Shall we?
Yes, we shall. Well, first, level. Let's go magic and power. I think this will be our last spell. Probably. Let's just take Repulsion Field, in case we wind up needing it. And let's rearrange our... It's literally, my quick bar is now full. Unless I have to, like, remove... Like, I'll have to remove potions next. Max says these two NPCs are cute, by the way. I love them. Yeah, me too. I love them so much. They're the cute little...
Call that which covers a tree.
Bark. They're the, like... They're two little novices who are now working with the hero of Ferelden, who is an absurdly powerful living legend. And they have this cute little dynamic where first of all, they're great together. Because they're both super quirky in different ways.
Keep your eyes open for dragons and mirrors.
Okay. But then also, they have the dynamic with Dalen. And with Duncan.
Do you ever wish you had the freedom to piss anywhere and not have people stare at you?
Not really.
No. Do you?
No!
Dragon Lane. With these guys.
I hope I know what I'm doing!
Cultists, huh? Hooray, cultists. Love cultists.
I think I hit it!
Alright, got him. But yeah, I really like their dynamic with Dalen.
Not much for small talk, are
With Duncan.
Why would anyone worship a dragon?
Dragons are big, powerful, and they breathe fire. Some people are easily impressed.
I mean, the ancient Tevinters worshipped... I mean, I don't know if they were technically dragons, but they were dragon gods. Like, their gods were dragons, kind of. My graphics seem to have done a big goof to the point where I, like, can no longer see area effects, so I'm a little crippled by that. That's okay, though. Not too bad. I mean, I can see area effects, I just can't see really big area effects, like the big circle ones. Ooh, Drake. Uh-oh. He does not have a lot of hit points.
Yes.
Finn has not a lot of hit points. At all. Head off. What I am gonna do? Hold on. Let me just quick save. I'm gonna close the game out and reopen. Sorry, everybody, but the graphical glitches are still a bit of an issue, and this often fixes them. So let's get back into it. Sorry about that. But it shouldn't be a problem anymore, hopefully. Alright, we're back. Resume. Okay. Okay, seems better. That was a very nice, quick... Let's see. Yeah. Everything seems back. Hopefully. Let's go over there. There's some... Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Alright. We missed those traps earlier, I guess. Good thing we didn't get them while we were fighting, at least. Oh. Or Ariane. Ariane? Whichever. Either, both.
Yes.
No one can open the chests. That's annoying.
All right.
There are a lot of like chests and doors and things in this DLC that like are simply unopenable unless you yourself are playing a mage, or sorry, are playing a rogue. And rogues are kinda trash in Origins. They're kind of the worst class by far. Mage is the best, far and away. But warriors are at least playable. Rogues are bad. Yeah, I'll actually, you know what? There's a the BioWare podcast I talk about a lot on the stream. What is it? Splitting the veil, or split the veil, something like that. Ranked or rated all of the companions.
Of our terror? It can't be. They're only legends.
Apparently
It
not.
is said they were rock and tree, wind and rain, given form and breath by the elven gods to protect their people.
To protect their people? Then why does it look like it's going to eat you?
Well, this is such a weird boss for this, but okay. Really cool creature design, though, gotta say. Let's Crush Imprison it first, see if it works. It doesn't work. It's very bad. But yeah, the other fun thing that they did a sort of rating of all the various companions. They included these two in their rating list. And oh, dragons, plural dragons. That's cool. They included these two, and they actually did quite well in their list. Really? It's heal dog being something, being screamed. I see. That's bad. Back. It's bad. Is there a beeping noise that I just heard? Anyway, yeah, these two actually did quite well in the ranking. Like, almost surprisingly well, given that they're only here for a relatively short DLC quest. They do level up, though. Constitution really bad. Oh, hey, I can give her other specializations. Guardian, no. Let's go with Spirit Warrior Templar. And then... Wait, no. There's no Constitution? That's a problem. Okay, Templar. Or no, let's go Spirit Warrior. She's not going to get very much out of this, but let's do a little bit. Alright, cool.
Huh.
I'm almost done with my giant tub of coffee. My big old bucket of coffee. Oh goody. The remains where there are tentacles. Oh, well, this is why I didn't see it. The corpse of the mother was in the way. Because that's right there. There's the Alluvian. There's Morrigan magicking it.
The Alluvian. And it's glowing. We should...
I think she's expecting you.
Yeah, I think so.
Ask her about our book.
Ask her about her book. Oh, she missed Duncan.
No further, please. One more step and I leave. For good this time.
Hello to you too, Morrigan.
I assume you know what this is. I have gone to great lengths to find and activate this portal. Give me reason and I use it, and you will not be able to follow.
I didn't come here to fight you.
I did not think you had. Tell me, why did you come?
I couldn't let it end like that.
And you once argued with me that love is not weakness. I will never understand you, and you will never understand me.
I won't understand unless you help me to.
I would not even know where to begin explaining.
Tell me where the child is.
He is safe, and beyond your reach. All you need to know is that the child is an innocent. He knows nothing of the destiny that lies before him.
What's your plan? I want to know.
My plan is to leave and prepare the child for what is to come. Such preparation requires time and power. I must have both if I am to be successful. More than this, I dare not say, even to you.
No more questions.
Then allow me to provide you a warning. 'Tis Flemeth you should beware of, not me. Hunt her if you hunt anyone.
Flemeth's dead.
My mother has tricked her way past death and more. She is no more finished than I am. I thought I knew what Flemeth planned. I thought what she craved was immortality, and yet I was wrong. So very wrong. She is no blood mage, no abomination. She is not even truly human. The ritual was but a means to an end, a herald for what is to come.
Why? What's gonna happen?
Change is coming to the world. Many fear change and will fight it with every fiber of their being. But sometimes, change is what they need most. Sometimes, change is what sets them free.
She sounds like her mother. Of course, we haven't heard Flemeth say that just yet. But as she said, she's not exactly dead. So we will have more interactions with Flemeth. She winds up saying something very similar to that. And that's what you want, to be free.
What I want is unimportant now. I cannot tarry longer. The time has come for me to go.
Take me with you.
You cannot know what you ask. 'Twould be better if you stayed. For you. For us both.
I want to meet my son.
Then come, my love. We will face the future together.
Oh. Sorry, Finn and Ariane and Duncan. Good luck getting back. Oh man, that is doing them pretty dirty, I gotta say. Alright. Well, that's it. That's Dragon Age Origins. We still have 35 minutes. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I thought this would take longer, so I have an intermediary plan. Let's do something else that is very closely related. Let's do this. Whoop. Ooh, not that. Not that. Wrong display. That one. There we go. Let's go here. And hold on. There we go. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, hey, I have it over my face. Sorry. Put it down here. There we go. Cool. All right, now that we are done with Dragon Age Origins, before we import data and stuff into Dragon Age 2, oh geez, I'm getting some lag on my stream end. That's fine, not a big deal. But we're here. This is, what is going on? Can you guys still hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Because it seems like, all right, it looks like everything's clear now, but it seems like there's a bit of a lag at this point. YouTube streaming does not like it when I suddenly switch to a new source, apparently. We still good? Check the chat. Let's do that. Let me know. Let me make sure everything's okay. It looks like it's looking okay. Error, still an error, but let's put this over here. I can sign in. Oh, I'm already signed in. Look at that. It's me. That's me. Hopefully this is working. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I want to walk through our tapestry. This is the tool that that BioWare uses to decide what has been done, what you've done, and it keeps track of all of your game data to import it once you get to Inquisition. So what I want to do is I want to run through all of this and just, see where we're at, All right, so to begin, Dragon Age Origins. Actually, can we go through this? No. This one. Export, but I got accomplishments. That's cool. Can I do it as a tapestry? Well, I guess not. This is our live stream world state. I hope everyone can still hear me and I'm not just speaking into the void here. This is our live stream. Okay, well, I can still hear myself. So, okay, cool. So, we are Dalen Amel. The Warden is alive and well as of the end. Light. The nature of the beast. Now, if we think back to this one, this was the quest involving the elves. So if we think through this, I believe this is all set. We helped the guy back to the camp, brought the Ironbark, told him about his dead wife, werewolf wife. Most importantly, we brokered peace between the werewolves and the elves, saved the Hala, brought the two together. This was the hunter and the girl, his would-be girlfriend. This is the dwarf quest. There's a lot here. We didn't have a son with Marty. That was its own thing. I think that's only if you're a dwarf commoner can you do that. King Balin is king. We defeated Bronco. Dagna left for the circle. Ruck, the guy in the Deep Roads, was left there. We proved the Legion of the Dead. Linked to a noble house. Returned the Tome of the Shaperate. Did the Lyrium deal. Zerlinda. Oh, that's right. That was the woman who was going to be castless, who brought her son to the Chantry. She and her son were taken to the Chantry, if I recall. Helped to create the Chantry, and we helped House Orta, join the Assembly. Sounds good. Broken Circle, that's the Mage's Circle quest. We supported the mages. We saved First Enchanter Irving, and we did not cull the mages at the request of Cullen. Let's actually lock all these. Let's just not go through one by one. That's going to take forever. Our prologue. We cured the Mabari. We fed the Ostagar prisoner. I don't actually know what that affects, but apparently it affects something. Denerim. Sir Landry lived. We told Ben Sigurd about Oswin, the kid who was being tortured in Oral House Estate. We brought the scroll. We completed the crime wave. Helped the customers. Crimson Oars were those the brutal mercenaries in the whorehouse or the bar. I forget which. We gave the woman her wedding ring back. We Returned the amulet to the back. Oh, the guy who had lost his amulet. We returned that back. We didn't do the assassinations. We just basically told him to go piss off, which is, understandable. We helped Alistair find Guldana, but we didn't encounter Marjolaine. Okay, so this is another thing. We didn't encounter Marjolaine because we didn't fulfill very, very, very specific requirements with respect to Liliana. So I have a question for you guys in the chat. Marjolaine being Liliana's ex, whatever you want to call her, that we dealt with or didn't deal with in Liliana's song, the DLC. And so, do we want to just arbitrarily decide that we helped Liliana find her, track her down, and either let her go or killed her? Either of those can happen. We can kind of retroactively fill in some blanks here on things that we didn't finish doing. So give that some thought. Let me know, either right now or between now and by the time we get to Inquisition, because we can always change this. So do tell me, do let me know whether we should sort of go back and fill in some blanks in the story with respect to Marjolaine. All right, the lands meet. We decided to have Alistair marry Honora, and they rule together. They seem to be doing well, I think. All right, Urn of the Sacred Ashes. We did not poison it. That was an option, by the way, if we'd gone with that cult. The Arl of Redcliffe. We helped them fight. We helped them prepare. We didn't help find Bevan. This? Freed Bevan. Oh yeah, we did find him. We didn't help with the sword, though. We did find him. So yeah, I forgot that. We did rescue Owen's daughter. Helped her escape. I didn't fill this in, I guess. Connor did not die. Connor is alive, and we managed to stop his possession. Okay. Isolde is alive. Max says, I think you took the sword, so he doesn't hurt himself. Yeah, I think that sounds right. I know we didn't give him the sword. I know that. Okay, so we can let Liliana's ex go and not die. I know we didn't actually interact with her. That's the thing. I think Bella took ownership of the tavern. Oh, no, she left to start a brewery. That's it. She left to start a brewery. This was the tavern server. Yeah, as for, I know we didn't actually encounter Liliana's ex, whatever her name is, Marjolaine. If we want to, like I said, do you think I should go back and say we encountered her and let her go? Because I could. I don't think it actually comes up again in 2 or Inquisition, but it might going forward. It might come up in 4. Who knows? That might become relevant eventually. Actually, it might come up in dialogue with Liliana, now that I think about it, because Liliana shows up in both of the next 2 games. So I'll fix that. I'll change it and say that we let her, that she said we sent her away, at least for now. But yeah, that's a thing we can do. Fill in the blanks there. The Warden killed the Archdemon. Yep. That's right. Okay, Warden's Keep. We gained the power of blood. That was that experimental blood magic thing. We slayed Sophia, and our mage guy continued the research. That's right. Stone Prisoner. Trail's alive and well. Matthias and Amelia both alive, neither possessed. We freed the little girl from the cat that was possessing her, the cat demon. And we recruited Shale. That's right. All right, Awakening. We just did this. No, the Warden allowed the Architect to live. I don't know if we will regret that or not. The keep and Amaranthine were protected. Yes. Because we built up the keep, and we physically went and ourselves protected Amaranthine. That was actually a good ending. I'm surprised that turned out so well. Nathaniel's alive and well. Unfortunately, the Warden did not really intervene with respect to Oghren. They didn't part on bad terms. They didn't reunite. They just kind of... He's kind of left. She just kind of stopped bothering with him, which is kind of sad, but that's how it went. That's how it went. Excuse me. All right, let's check the Witch Hunt DLC. We went through the Illuvian. Oh, stab Morrigan. That's an option. Oh, God. Warden stabbed Morrigan, who fell backwards through the Illuvian portal. Jesus, that's brutal. Yes, Morrigan and the Warden went through together. All right, that's that. That is it. That is Dragon Age Origins. That is our story of Dragon Age Origins. Next up, of course, comes with Hawke in Dragon Age 2. This is nice and vague. I won't say anything further about what these all mean. There's more to it. There's a bunch here going on. Let's see. Garrett Hawke. Or Gareth. Gareth or Garrett? Whatever. Hawke. Mage Hawke. We are, by the way, playing a mage, for sure. We are not playing a rogue so much. We're definitely going to be playing a mage. Now, there is still the open question as to whether he's going to be more blue, more purple, or more red. If you know what that means, then you know what that means, and we'll see it going forward. If not, then, well, we'll see. Ooh, what? No. Let's not go to spoilers. How about that? But basically deciding his personality, what we usually answer. I usually go mostly blue, so mostly diplomatic, with some purple, so some sarcasm. Very rarely do I go red. All right, so one other thing I want to do is actually record our tapestry. Not that. How do I play it? How do I narrate it? Oh, here. I can do this. Share. Okay, cool. Just do that. All right, yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm going to turn off my camera. I'm going to shut up. And let's just listen. I'm also probably going to cut this part out. And this will be our nice little summary of our playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. And I'll put it in the playlist, and I'll share the video and all that. And that'll get us all ready to start Dragon Age 2 next Thursday. So I'll pop back up here after the tapestry is done playing and after we're sort of done summarizing our playthrough. And I'll wrap up and tell us what's going on forward from here and say goodnight. Back in a moment. Oops. Ooh, wrong thing. There we go.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a mage living in the Circle Tower at Lake Calenhad. Drawn into an escape plot by another mage, the hero became snared in the Circle's dangerous politics. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the mage escape to a new life as a warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession, and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrain himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing curse, and the Dalish joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caradon to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Caradon destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Balin followed his father to the throne. He leads with a ruthless but progressive hand, seeking to re-establish ties to the Surface Kingdoms. With Jordan's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. Loghain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The Archdemon was killed without the sacrifice of a Grey Warden's life. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Honora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion.
And let's stop that there. I'm back. Don't want to get into spoiler territory there. That does tell us where the story's going, but we're sure to find out about that soon. In any case, that's that. That is the entirety of our nice Dragon Age Origins story. The tapestry doesn't include DLCs and stuff. It's a really neat little narration sort of thing of what happens through Dragon Age Origins, through Dragon Age 2, and potentially at some point it will continue through Inquisition, even. We'll see about that. There's a lot going on here to go through. In any case, we will, seeing as it's close enough to midnight, to wrap up. A couple of things. First of all, now that we're done with Origins, we are going to be moving on to Dragon Age 2. That would be this one. We're going to be moving on to Dragon Age 2 next week. That is next Thursday, same time, same place, everything like that. I am going to be playing Gareth Hawk, the male Hawk. I am going to be playing him as a mage, that's for sure. We still need to decide, personality-wise, is he going to be more blue, more purple, or more red? I'm leaning towards blue with some purple. If you don't know what that means, like I said, I kind of explained it a bit ago. And we also need to officially decide on the name for his dog. As of right now, I'm leaning towards Sable as the only recommendations so far. Any other major decisions that we have to make there? I'm open to input, any of this stuff. So open to input. If you guys have thoughts on the matter, feel free to let me know. Should be good. Should be a good time. I am a big fan of Dragon Age 2. I love the characters, love the style especially. Even if a lot of the sort of mechanical design of the game is a little bit underwrought, I'm sure we'll talk about the development cycle and stuff here and there too, because there were problems there, obviously. But that is up next. As far as Monday nights, we are still continuing through Nier Automata. We have a good bit left to do there. By my estimation, probably another 3 or 4 weeks. 4th, probably. I think. I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing on that, but probably another 3 or 4 weeks of Nier Automata left. We still have ending B to finish with 9S. And then we have all of A2's story, which is, I'm told, as I understand it, pretty extensive as well, because it, again, runs in parallel to 2Bs and 9Ss that we've already done. So we still have a good bit there to do as well. After that, as I announced on Monday, thanks to a certain loyal viewer who was very generous enough to get it for me, to buy me the game, we are going to be playing Far Cry 5 after we're done with Nier Automata on the stream on Monday nights. So that's going to be starting next month or so at some point. I'll make out announcements and all that when we are moving on to it. Whew. All right. Well, this has been a good run. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to be moving on, like I said, to Dragon Age 2 next week. So if you do want to see any of this, if you missed anything, it's all going to be in a playlist on the channel. So feel free to find that. Feel free to go back through, catch up before we start Dragon Age 2. Anyway, thank you all for joining me for all of this, for this whole gameplay. Hope you will continue to join me through the next one and through the other ones. And otherwise, thank you all for joining me tonight as well. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.